What's up, guys? I'm Patrick, here with Seth, Cleaning Professionals Podcast. Seth wanted to, I guess, just tell you guys, do a little YouTube video about who we are, who I am. This is our business, Able Carpet and Rug Cleaning. We're located in Asheville, North Carolina. So we're going to give you a little tour of our facility and kind of let you know what we do here. So you guys can come inside. Come on in. So this is our, I guess, foyer area where we come in, and you'll see that we're a rug business, so we have a lot of rug stuff. We have all sorts of, stuff on the walls that let our customers know what we're all about. So we just have a lot of antique old, rug stuff and laying around, and a lot of stuff about our family. We're a family business. We've been around since 1978, as you can see right here, is actually probably when my dad, we tell everybody 80, but probably 78 was actually when he started cleaning stuff, but I guess officially it was 80, and just some certificates and stuff, awards that we've won. You can kind of take a look around and stuff that kind of explains the construction of rugs to customers, all about our family. This is my family right here, guys. This is pretty much the whole bunch. And then we'll step back here. We got our office area. I'm dragging Seth around pretty quick.
I was trying to get a tour of some other stuff over there, but
and Seth told me we're going to do this tour, but I didn't have anything ready, so everything's a mess. So I'm sorry, guys, but the back's going to be a mess too. I would have cleaned it up better. This is our primary office. This is actually where my mom sits most of the time. And then you go back here. My office is going to be. Well, I'll show you my dad's office first. More crazy rug stuff. Just kind of take a look around. And
yeah, some golf stuff. You play golf?
I don't play much. He's more of a golfer than I am. So yeah, that's a pretty cool piece right there behind you.
What is this piece from?
Honestly, I don't remember where he got that, but I think he got it from an older customer of ours. But I cannot remember the guy's name. And in my office here in the back, it's the one that's a wreck. It's a crazy. This is where the podcast.
It is where we do the podcast. Yeah.
And man, my office, my wife and mom give me a hard time. It's nothing but crazy truck now. But I run Butler, so Butler parts and oils and all sorts of crazy little pieces and stuff that I fidget with and mess with, and UV lights and signs and crazy stuff. And this right here is actually a rug that my dog chewed up that I got to have rebound.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Got little dogs.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my office. It's the messy one.
All right, well, let's go in here and take a tour of the rug shop.
Okay, so yep, this is pretty much our shop. It's we've been kind of slammed the last few weeks, so it's a little bit messy. But look around. Most of the time, everybody comes up. We do a lot of pickup and delivery, and we do a lot of drop off. We have both. Customers come around to the back door here. We take the rugs in, check them in, measure them, photograph them, look for damage or anything that's going to come back to bite us. The customer fills out a form, and we sign them in, sign everything. These rugs right here are actually on consignment to be sold. We had a lady up here taking a look at these and possibly buying them. This rack right here, sorry, it's not normally quite this much of a mess, but we have people that still bring in upholstery. I try to limit that. We try to limit that for the fact that it just takes up so much space. We do most of the upholstery on site, but we still have customers that'll come drop by, recliners and chairs, as you see, and we try to really limit that. It just takes up so much space. But this rack is everything right now that needs to be washed. It's constantly changed, ebbs and flows. Rugs come in, they go out, but right now that's everything like that they'll start on Monday. You'll see bubble wrap and tie back, pad, all on the wall. We sell a ton of rug pad.
Do you?
Yeah, that's something that's pretty good part of our business. We have a lot of clients asking, so we sell a lot of rug pad. And certain clients ask for wrap rugs and tie back. Everything in here is going out, so this right here, stuff comes in, gets dusted, vacuumed or gets inspected first, and then dusted and washed clean, and then dried, and then this is the dry room or the clean room. So like all this will be going out in the next week or two. Well, some of it we store for customers for a little longer, but that's pretty much everything that needs to go out right now. So as you kind of come to the shop, I guess I got ahead showing that, but again, things are a mess right now. But they come in, they get dusted. This is our wash floor. We also have an actual wash tub. Depending on the individual rug and what it needs, there's certain rugs that will go into the tub. There's certain rugs that will wash out here on the pit by hand.
Okay.
We might wash them with a brush. We might scrub them with the 175. We might put the CRB on them, all depending on what the individual rug needs.
Yeah.
There's certain ones that cannot go in there, and it's the same way. When we get done, you know, they'll go into, the majority of rugs will go into the spinner or into the centrifuge, I just call it the spinner. Again, certain rugs can't go in there that has certain issues. We'll have to, you know, extract it out, water claw it, or whatever.
Now, explain what each machine does. What does a centrifuge do?
All right, so it pretty much spins at a really high revolution and spins the majority of the water out of the rug. Don't get all of it out, but it gets most of it out.
Okay.
And it makes, you know, rugs a lot more manageable. That's what this whole system is pretty much. You can,
That's what I was going to ask. The rug's so heavy, y'all have to use something like that?
Yeah. So pretty much.
I mean, I could probably lift it though, right?
When they get wet, wool holds a lot of its weight in water. So
how much are we talking?
how much do they weigh?
Yeah, on an average rug,
Man,
soaking
I couldn't
wet
even put a
wool.
number on it. I don't
Over
know.
1,000? Under 1,000?
They're not that.
Okay.
They're not that heavy. But the biggest thing is they're just awkward.
Okay.
You know, so, but yeah, pretty much you can, right here, you can take it and run this. Put the rug on there, run it. Just like that.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier. So, we actually have this system installed 8 months ago, something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't. I mean, I recall seeing it, but I remember there was a time I came up here, it wasn't here.
System, so I didn't really explain it good, but pretty much you drop it down and it goes all the way down to the ground. So this comes all the way down like this, and then you can raise it back up. You just put it in the rug after it's rolled, and then you can just run it down the track into the spinner.
Yeah.
Once it comes out of the spinner, it's going to be a lot lighter. It's still not light. I mean, you look around a lot of these big rugs.
Oh
roll
yeah.
them up right now. I mean, it's me and you are going to struggle with some of them. But.
Yeah.
And then pretty much after they go through the spinner, they're still not dry. They just, the majority of the water's been slung out. So then they go in here, and we actually have the system that goes all the way down to the floor.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah, so it saves you back. Before we just retrofitted this, we actually just had a station of like stationary poles in here. And so, I mean, it still did what it was supposed to do. We did not have overhead fans. We also had heat here for turning around, so we can.
Yeah, I saw that.
We have propane heaters, so we can set, you know, the heat. So with the combination of heat and all the air movement, we get a really good dry time. And this room's dehumidified.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Is that what y'all use right there?
Yeah, well, some of those are spare dehumidifiers.
Okay.
Yeah, but we keep the room dehumidified. Between that and the airflow, you know, we can achieve a really good dry time. And you know, your limitation really a lot of times is your dry room, because you know, you can wash and wash, but you can only wash until your dry room's full. You know what I mean? So you want to be able to turn this over as quick as you can. And most of the time, you know, at the end of the day, it's pretty well full. And then the next morning, we come in here, we probe them, make sure that they are completely dry.
Yeah.
Okay, before that they ever get, you know, taken down, post-inspected, and vacuumed and rolled. We always probe them to make sure you never want to deliver back or have a customer come pick up a rug and not be 100%
Oh yeah,
dry.
I can imagine.
And certain rugs are, you know, more difficult than others to get dry.
How long does it take an average wool rug? Let me rephrase the question.
It really depends.
Which rug fiber takes the longest to dry? Wool. Okay.
Yeah, wool just sucks water up and wants to hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's definitely going to take. It takes wool the longest to dry. I mean, you take a little. I mean, we do synthetic rugs too. Not as much. I mean, the majority of what we do is wool rugs, but you take a synthetic rug. I mean, it can be dry in no time. Wool's a whole different. It's just like when you're cleaning water wall, wool in a house.
Yeah.
You know, you got to think a little bit more about just because it's, you know, affinity to really want to hold water. So we also have an overflow rack because sometimes, a lot of times,
Get you some spare wands here too.
yeah, we got a lot of good old spare equipment, but a lot of times, a lot of rugs and upholstery too will benefit from the sun. So on really nice days, we got an overflow rack out here, and you know, we'll fill that overflow rack up and roll it out here in the sun. Being where we're at in the south, it's not always ideal because humidity levels can be really high.
Yep.
But especially if it's a nice time of year with direct sunlight, you can get really good dry times like that. And also when we're trying to correct certain color issues on rugs, you know, you take like for instance dog urine, and you know you're having a hard time removing that yellowing. You know, the UV from the sun can really help. And the same thing when we're working on certain pieces of upholstery. You know, we'll set them out here on the table. You know, you got two things going with you. You're in the direct sun, it helps with dry time, you know, really quick dry time, and then it'll help to eliminate some of the issues that you might otherwise would have had with browning or something like that.
All right. Now, one thing we didn't look at, and we're going to show you the vans, and we'll have another separate video for those. So stay tuned for that one, but there's a couple of his vans. You actually have one van that's missing.
Yeah,
Where's the Dodge?
The actual rug van that we do the pickup and delivery is not here today.
Yeah.
But we run Butlers. We got two Butlers. The little Transit there's not a truck mount in it. It's just strictly set up for BLM. That's the only thing we use it for.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so we just keep, right now it's got a Mighty in it. We got a few different machines that we use, but that's pretty much solely what the Transit's set up for.
That's coming. We'll have the video, the van tour coming up soon.
Yeah, we'll come over here. The only thing left is the rack, which is a mess right now, but it's just pretty much our supply rack.
Yeah, let's go look at your chemical thing. But first, yeah, explain this one here. You may have explained it, but
So it's pretty much just a rug. It's a wash tub. So pretty much this thing, if you think about it like a ferry boat kind of, that's how I explain it to people. This thing just churns.
Okay.
Yeah, so you put the rugs in there and you get, it kind of serves two purposes. One is, you know, a lot of urine rugs where we used to soak in the pit, because this is actually, we had this set up as a pit, and we would screw this in and we would soak rugs overnight. So what you do is you actually can, you know, put urine rugs in there and you get that like a pit type of scenario where you're actually soaking the rug, but it's also tumbling it at the same time. So it gives you get a little bit of agitation. And those are just drains. And you know, depending on the rugs that are going in there, how bad of urine they are, you know, that
kind of drains right there.
Yeah, that.
Excuse me.
I'm talking about these. He's actually draining the tub.
Okay.
But depending on how bad the rugs are that are going in there, really determines how many times a day you gotta change the water.
All right.
And then just going over here, we got storage up top. We keep a lot of. We used to be more heavy into restoration, so there's a lot of extra ground equipment up there. And then pretty much we just have a lot of spare equipment over here, and we keep a lot of chemistry, all different types of, you know, rug chemistry and carpet. And my guys come in the day and restock, and extra hydro forces, extra everything. Some of this stuff never gets used. I'll be honest with you. I got my old Butler stair tools up there. I don't care for those. They just sit there. But it's again, most of the time it's a little bit better organized, but we're kind of in a mess right now.
That's just the first tool y'all ever started with, that orbital right there.
We're talking about this?
Yeah.
This is old Clark, man. He's the one that made that thing. But yeah, but you know what? I still use that thing and I love it because it used to have a tank on it. And but we took the tank off. You know, it was a tank feed, but I love it because the head weight is just so heavy.
Yeah, but
so a lot of times, man, I actually really like that thing. If something's like really, really trash commercial, I'll use it, you know, to pre-scrub before I hot water extract, and sometimes we'll still use it for VLM. Yeah. But it's a great machine. The head weight is so good on it, so you can actually I like it because you just flip it up. You know, you can get right there.
Yeah.
And all that weight, you can really use it to get some really bad spots out of like a CGD carpet. So It's a good old machine, man. Don't
Yeah.
knock it.
I was just
I'm joking.
curious if that was when y'all first started. That's the machine you had.
175s. And,
Yeah, see them.
I bought that Hyper Turbo off of somebody. It's been used a few times. I got a really good deal on it. And I use it like I've got some outdoor tile and grout that they don't like to have pressure washed. It's like they've had some issues with where the water goes, so I'll use it. They like the water to be recovered.
I noticed you have Sagers and Robs
everything.
separated.
Yeah, so if
You have to keep them separated.
hey,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to keep them separated. I got everything. The same thing on the trucks. You're going to see back-to-lay stuff, Sager stuff, TMS stuff.
Now, how do you like these sprayers? I just noticed you got 2 of these, or
Yeah.
at least 2 of them. How do you like them?
I got 2 more on the trucks. I really like them. They're great little sprayers. I use them for protection mainly, but it's
Do
a
you?
great little protector sprayer. So like when we're putting down, it can be a little bit of overkill on like fabric protection is a little much, but like putting protection on carpet is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the majority of what we use them for, and yeah. So like I said, I keep them on the truck also. I really like they're multi-sprayer brand.
Yeah. This your rug beater right here?
Yeah, that's a Badger, and the grates are over there out on the side as you go out. But
What do you use those for? To get the dust?
yeah. So pretty much, with the Badger, we put down the grates, and it just like little fist. It just beats the dry soil out of the rug.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty, well.
And you're gonna see all sorts of stuff hanging to old upholstery tools and stuff hanging, and extra 2.5-inch hose and all sorts of things. Again, I wish I could have cleaned up, but hey, this is real life.
Yeah.
This is how it is right now.
I'll say a lot of people were like, wow, this is dirty. This looks super clean.
Yeah, it's a mess right now. Honestly, for us, we try to be really pride ourselves in keeping the shop pretty clean, but it's kind of a mess today. So.
Alrighty, well.
And then around back, let me show you around back.
Yeah.
Just because when we come in every day, I know we have a kind of a little routine that we follow. So
You want to shut this door or leave it?
you can just leave it.
Okay.
But yeah, we fill up every day here, and then also have a we also have a little port right here that we dump into, and it goes down into these 2 tanks.
You talking about your wastewater?
Yeah, wastewater.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's neat.
So every day the guys just come in, pull right here.
Thought y'all did that in customers' homes.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, we
Just
don't.
us.
Yeah. Well, we fill up, and this is another piece of old, which is going to be eventually another rug rack. It's going to be built stationary out here. That was actually our old system that got taken down. And then we got a port where we go through. Sometimes, like where if they're needing to waterfall a rug or whatever, they'll bring a truck and just shove the hose right there through.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we also have a propane filling station. The reason we had that, we used to switch over to direct drives, we ran propane units.
Yeah,
So,
old Judson.
Yeah, and that's something I'll tell people like, hey man, if you're going to have to look for propane all the time, that's not that expensive of a setup. And it just got on my nerves having to be at the mercy of other people for propane. So
Yeah.
I called my local propane place and I asked them about getting that set up, and it was really reasonable over what I thought it would be. And then we're also, before we had the rug lift system put in, we ran a forklift too. So
Yeah, I remember that.
It took propane. We just recently sold it. We don't really have much room or use for it. We're all the time just running out of space. So
But y'all still use the propane to heat the building, or y'all have a separate?
no, it just comes in. It's a natural gas line.
Oh,
that
okay.
goes in.
I got you.
Yeah,
So-
it's all natural gas. So honestly, that serves no purpose anymore. I could have it taken out, but yep, that's what that was originally for. And again, guys, if you're doing a reasonable amount of carpet cleaning, I highly recommend that. You can have that set up for very cheap. You just need electrical line ran out, and the propane tank and everything. I mean, they'll virtually charge you very little because you're using the gas.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's walk back in here and anything else, Patrick, or we hit everything up?
I think we about hit everything. You can go in there and look at the break room where Sean takes his breaks. And
Every time I come up here, he's in here.
every time you come here, he's breaking, right?
Yeah. So here's the break room.
Yeah. This is where Sean slacks off.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it, man.
Alrighty, well, guys.
Completes the tour.
Yeah, stay tuned for next time we'll put up a video of the Butlers and the other van. So stay tuned for it.